Yo brawlers, this is your man, Glass Chin, and you're watching Glass Chin's Boxing. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Yo brawlers, I uploaded my Khanvsbrook knockout mashup video a little bit later than promised, so apologies for that, but I had a busy morning today. Please go and watch it if you haven't yet. Watching their old fights got my juices flowing for their fight Saturday night, and I'm absolutely buzzing. You know what brawlers, I'm so buzzing for this main event I just realised that I've not even looked at the undercard. I can't actually remember the last time I've not checked an undercard on BoxRec prior to a pay-per-view or Saturday night fight card. I know Fraser Clark is making his debut, but I'm not sure on the rest of the card. I think maybe Natasha Jonas is fighting for a title, but I've had tunnel vision for the main event, and I've not really paid attention. I'll do a post-fight video on Clark next week. I'm interested to see how fast they push him up the levels. What, is he 30 already? Thinking about undercards, I see a lot of fans moaning about the undercards of the Williams versus Eubank and the Jacobs versus Ryder fights over the last couple of weeks. So it's got me thinking how important an undercard actually is. Fury versus Wilder 3 had a great undercard. But thinking about some of the greatest nights watching boxing, the likes of Lewis versus Tyson, Hatton versus Mayweather, Kawasaki Hopkins, even Fury Klitschko, Chisora, great night. That's just to name a few. I can't think of a single undercard fight. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud and getting sidetracked, but it's food for thought on how important an undercard actually is. What do you think about the undercard? Does it really matter? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, back to the main event of the evening. Amirkhan versus Kellbrook. Let's get ready to rumble! Sorry brawlers, I need to ease off the shit impressions. Anyway, after watching their Gloves Are Off episode this morning, I have to say I didn't know Amirkhan had such a funny side to him. I've always found his trash talk annoying, really, but he came out with some genuinely funny lines. He seemed a lot more quick-witted than I've ever given him credit for. I have to say he got the best of Kellbrook. Brook came across too emotional. At times it was like couples therapy, with Brook looking like a battered wife, looking for gratification from her abusive husband. I have to say Khan definitely got the better of Brook and the mind games here. I don't want to spoil it too much, with too much detail, but there were some truly moments of comedy gold. I was expecting it to be a tense, gritty Gloves Are Off, but it was actually quite funny, other than Brook refusing to shake his hand at the end and Khan saying Brook deserves a slap. Please go and watch it, you won't be disappointed. Right brawlers, let's take a look at the poll I did to see who wins this fight. It couldn't be closer with Khan getting 44% of the vote, with 16% voting for him to win on points and 28% by knockout. Brook got 53% of the vote, with only 9% picking him to win on points, but 44% of you brawlers picking him to win by big knockout. The remaining 3% picked the draw. So the majority of you are going for my prediction and backing Brook to win this fight. You lot still haven't got a vote wrong yet, so let's hope that trend continues. I'm sticking with my pick of Brook to win. I still think he did better against Crawford and has the bit between his teeth, but his emotional state on the Gloves Are Off was a bit worrying. I'm not sure I'm confident enough to put some money on this fight, but let's see how many beers I have before the fight on Saturday. Brook may just throw caution to the wind and walk onto some big shots. He made a big thing of the weight draining coming down to 147, giving Amirkhan the advantage. Sorry, 149 I meant, but it's obviously in the back of his mind, which is another worrying tell. Kind of like he was already making excuses. It really is one of them fights, kind of talking myself out of backing Brook now, so don't mind me if I get my excuses for a bad prediction ready too. But sod it, I'm a Brook fan, so let's have it. Let's see how good Khan's speed is these days. It's always been his greatest tool. Fighters like Roy Jones Jr., who relied on their speed, didn't age well. Khan could find himself in a world of hurt Saturday. I will do a review video on Monday night, and hopefully an update on the Fury versus White situation too. Plus a look at the debut of Fraser Clark. Enjoy the pay-per-view Saturday night brawlers, get your mates round, have a few beers, order the fight, and see one of the biggest rivalries in British boxing history finally get settled. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.